Alrighty. So today we're going to be having our executive debate. A lot of our candidates, I already see them, are here right now. So the recording, this will go up on YouTube. It's not going to be unlisted because we want Fullerton College students to have access to this. If you would like to not be in the video, just let me know and I won't put you on spotlight when you are speaking. So we can only hear your voice in the video. That being said, so we have two questions that we will be asking every person who is speaking today and running for an executive position next year. These questions, for fairness, have already been emailed to everybody, so everybody has seen these questions. However, I'll repeat them one more time. Question number one is, if elected, what would your primary goals be for the 2021-2022 school year? Question number two is, what knowledge or experiences do you feel make you qualified for X, enter your position? So those are the two questions. Everybody already has them. However, I will be repeating them before every individual session. As for individual session, we will have our uncontested positions, which is VP of PR and VP of Records, go first. Then we'll have our contested positions for vice presidents, so finance, activities, and VP of Senate. And then we'll have our presidential debate for 10 minutes, and then we'll have our trustee debate for 10 minutes as well, and then we'll close off. So that is the order of debates. For timing, we have Logan. So Logan will be timing everybody. Logan, if you want to quickly introduce yourself.
Yes, hi everybody. It's nice to meet you all. I'm the current Vice President of Records, and I will be keeping track of the timing for each debate. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Logan, for doing that. So Logan will be putting in the timings in the chat. So if you have 30 seconds, 10 seconds remaining, he'll be telling you. So that's one way to keep track of your time. You can obviously do it yourself as well. All right, so that is explaining the questions and explaining the timings, as well as the fact that we are being recorded. So let's then quickly get started with our first session, which are the uncontested positions. So let me take myself off of the spotlight. Alrighty, so for the uncontested positions, we first have, and I'm going by the order listed on the flyer, which is based on the order listed in, which is based on the order of who submitted their applications first. So that is the order we're going to do. So the first person we're going to be asking to say their answers to the questions is Vice President of Public Relations. The candidate is Tina Cruz. So Tina Cruz, are you ready?
Okay, I guess I'm going first.
Perfect. So the first question you're going to be answering is, if elected, what would your primary goals be for the 2021-2022 school year? Second question is, what knowledge or experiences do you feel make you qualified for X position? Logan, can you, or for VP of PR position? Logan, are you ready to time?
Yes, timing starts now.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tina Cruz, and I'm running for Vice President of PR. The reason I'm running is because I really believe that this position can become something that can be really helpful for not just AS, but for the actual entire student body, which is the point of why we do what we do. One thing is I really see the program able to help you get to know your school. And in social media, for Instagram, for instance, I envision an integrated portrait of our campus. I really want to emphasize, I think we've become very compartmentalized due to COVID, and I really want to see that change. We're your representatives, and that makes our social media your social media. And so I plan to host open forums to find out what you actually want. We want to hear from you. And for instance, I want to share your artwork. I want to share interesting things that you've done. This is your social media. This isn't just about us sending information to you. I would like this to be a conversation. So I want to feature you, and I am especially interested in diverse opinions, and have always said that everyone needs and deserves a seat at the table. That's kind of my big thing. We have many ideas to improve the school website, as well as a brand new AS website as well. I know we're all busy, but I really want to make the time that you spend on AS social media inclusive, informative, and fun. I want it to be what you want it to be, not just what we think we want. So I would be very honored to earn your vote.
Thank you so much, Tina. Alrighty, so next up we have VP of or the candidate for Vice President of Records. Let me put us on. So is the candidate for Vice President of Records, Rayaan DeVries, here?
Yes, I am here.
Alrighty, perfect. Let me put you on spotlight while I say the questions one more time. You will be having 2 minutes for this section. So your first question is, if elected, what would your primary goals be for the 2021-2022 school year? Second question is, what knowledge or experiences do you feel make you qualified for the VP of Records position?
Just start whenever.
Logan, are we ready?
Yes, your time starts now.
Thank you, and welcome, fellow Hornets. There are many things I would like to accomplish if elected Vice President of Records. I believe we should aim high and accomplish ambitious things, like rewriting the math curriculum to make it more manageable to all students, which I have been working on as Secretary of the Curriculum and Education Committee. I will also, using the skills I've learned as Vice President of Public Relations, increase participation and accessibility in your student government through outreach and student engagement. I believe the first step in having an effective student government is making sure it accurately reflects the needs of the people we are supposed to be representing. I have had the opportunity to participate in numerous leadership positions that have helped prepared me and qualified me for this job. As a STEM major, I am able to bring the needs and problems in our area to the attention of people across campus. Like mentioned before, I also serve on many campus committees like the Great Appeals Committee, Communications and Finance Committees. In addition to this, I am the current Vice President of Public Relations and was previously a senator. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Grant. Let me remove the spotlight. Alrighty, so those were our two uncontested positions. Again, Vice President of Public Relations, we have the candidate Tina Cruz for that, and Vice President of Records and the candidate Rayaan DeVries for that. Both of you, great job on your speeches. So next up, we have our Vice President debates for all the contested positions. So this is where it gets interesting. Every candidate will be getting 3 minutes each now for the exact same questions. And we will now be alternating candidates per question. So I'm going to say question number 1, and then all the candidates will answer, and then question number 2, and all the candidates will answer. So we can kind of do compare and contrast in our minds. So before I get started on that, can I just quickly make sure that these candidates are here? So Kyle Chen, are you here?
I'm here.
Alrighty. Ali Nada, are you here? Okay, so we are missing Ali Nada. Rayaan, are you here? Yes, Rayaan is here. And April Lemon, are you here? Okay, so we're missing April. Sheree Brewster, are you here?
I'm here.
Perfect. Kennedy DeVries, are you here?
I'm here.
Perfect. And Shatha Fadul, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
Hello, perfect. So we are missing 2 candidates, but that is okay. You can still look at their candidate statements and their bios on the AS website. So we're going to start with Vice President of Finance. So we only have 1 candidate for Vice President of Finance. So that's how we're going to do. We're just going to do both questions at once in that case. So you get 3 minutes, Kyle Chen, and your questions, I'll repeat them again, are number 1, if elected, what would your primary goals be for the 2021-2022 school year? Number 2, what knowledge or experiences do you feel make you qualified for the VP of Finance position? So let's spotlight you for everybody. And Logan, are you ready for timing?
Yes, your timing begins now.
All right. Hi, I'm Kyle Chen, and I'm running for Vice President of Finance. My goals for the next fiscal year are to improve our campus by providing more for students on campus, as well as providing resources to students as well, such as like for this year, I am the current Vice President of Finance, and I want to continue working on my goal for AB 540 students, which are students who, any student, including undocumented students who qualify for paying in-state tuition, and I wanted to provide more employment opportunities by working through the Friends of Fullerton College Foundation, as they can apply there in order to get more employment opportunities instead of going through our HR, where it requires certain documents that they do not have. And I also want to promote more student support services for students during these times. It's definitely rough. And then for the second question, like I said previously, I'm currently the vice president of finance, and I want to continue with my goals as listed, providing more equity for students, as well as provide more services such as on-campus printing credit for students, a benefits package for stores and restaurants that's going to be coming out soon, as well as approving funds for any other endeavors that students approach AS with. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Kyle. Alrighty. So the other candidate for this position, Alinada, is not here, but again, you can find their information on the AS website. If Logan, you could put the link to that in the chat, I would really appreciate it. Alrighty, so next up we have Vice President of Activities. And for this, we have two candidates here right now. There are three candidates in total: Rayaan Mamoon, April Lemon, and Sheree Brewster. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask one question, both Rayaan and Sheree will answer, and I'll ask the second question, both Rayaan and Sheree would answer. And per question, you're going to get 1.5 minutes, because in total, you're going to be getting 3 minutes of speaking time. So we're going to start with Rayaan first, but I'm going to be spotlighted the entire time because Rayaan does not wish to be on camera. So Logan, are you ready for timing? And Rayaan, are you ready for speaking?
Yes, you said 1.5 minutes.
Yes, per question.
Okay.
Right. Rayaan, are you ready? Perfect.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alrighty, so your first question is, if elected, what would your primary goals be for the 2021-2022 school year?
My primary goals for the 21-22 school year is to be a great leader in planning activities, work together with the other associated students, senators, and planning. And I want to have an inclusive environment for other students who like to participate in fun activities during their break from studies. And as it is, like, there were already some great events that have been hosted here in Fullerton College, and I am looking to add to that, maybe host some new kind of things that were never done, and continue hosting the same events that made associated students great. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rayaan. Alrighty, so for the same question, can we please have Sheree Brewster? So if elected, what would your primary goals be for the 2021-2022 school year?
All right, hi, I'm Sheree Brewster. And as we look towards a return to campus, I'm ready to meet the challenge of continuing campus activities in an online format, while also working to bring activities back to campus, while properly maintaining any campus restrictions. I am quick on my feet and a great problem solver, so I will meet this with hard work and dedication. I thrive under pressure, so bring it. I also want to work smarter, not harder, and I believe continuing to strengthen our relationship with Cypress College can create a partnership to offer students at both colleges twice as many activities and opportunities to enhance their college experience. I also recognize that with the pandemic and the craziness of 2020, the majority of our student body has experienced stressors affecting their mental health. We need more activities to help students recognize this, let them know they're not alone, and offer them education resources and tools, and then give them some fun activities to help alleviate these stressors and remind them to enjoy life. Anything I can do to enhance student life in a positive manner is why I'm here, and I want to make an impact and have fun doing it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sheree. Alrighty, so for the second question, against the same candidates. So Rayaan, if you're ready, I'll be asking you the second question now.
I'm ready.
Perfect. So your second question is, what knowledge or experiences do you feel make you qualified for the VP of Activities
In
position?
high school, in fact, I was the founder and president of a sports fan club. And so I know what it is like to be a leader. I also know what it's like to bring like-minded students together and to coordinate with other peers in planning events. I plan to continue doing that at Fullerton College. In fact, this semester I was sworn in as a senator, and I helped plan a video game night that took place in the middle of March. And yeah, I plan to continue working together with the senators and the associated students to plan more fun events and continue bringing like-minded students together. And yeah, I take a lot of pride in doing that, whether it's online or in person. And I hope I have that opportunity to continue growing as a leader, as a member of associated students in that regard. Thank you.
What knowledge or experiences do you feel make you qualified for the VP of Activities position?
First of all, I've been on the Student Senate at Fullerton College for the past year, and I have been an active participant in the Activities Committee, so that's my first qualification. And I'd say my primary qualification for this position are my amazing leadership qualities. I began attending leadership camps back in high school. I was a drum major of my high school band, as well as a youth band outside of high school. I'm actually a returning student to Fullerton College, so I'm non-traditional. I went through a career which was mostly in leadership, so I continued attending leadership conferences and have attended 2 more since returning to the college. I garner respect and trust from my peers through leadership by example, allowing for open communication and a steady flow of ideas, solutions, and follow through. I'm able to recognize the strengths of my peers, harness those strengths, and put together teams which exceed expectations. While on the Activities Committee, I participated in movies for mental health. I helped bring mindfulness breaks during finals. I also participate on several student panels for mindfulness. And the first time I went to college, I helped organize and work the Fullerton College Jazz Festivals, which used to be a great production. I'm sure they still would be. Off campus, I volunteer as a Wildkeeper ambassador. And on campus, I connect with my peers in a variety of ways through 2 book clubs, several clubs. I am the secretary of the Mindfulness Club. And I also work for the college as a Hornets tutor, which I enjoy very much. And I'm able to get a lot of feedback from peers to find out what they want for activities. So thank you, but Sheree.
Thank you so much, Sheree, and I apologize for the mishap.
It's okay.
Alrighty, so those were our candidates for VP of Activities. So next we will be moving on to Vice President of Associated Students Senate. For this position, we have 2 candidates, but and both of them are here today. So again, in the same format, I'll ask one question, have both people answer, and then the second question, have both people answer. So we're gonna start with Kennedy. Kennedy, you're here, right?
Yeah, I'm here. I wanted to let you know, it seems that Shatha's internet cut out. I saw her camera go off, and so I wanted to, I don't know what we're supposed to do about that, but I wanted to let you know.
Thank you so much for letting me know. What we'll do is then we'll have you go first, and if we can get her back in time, we'll have her go, and we'll see what we can do from there. Okay. Thank you so much for letting me know, though, Kennedy.
Sounds good.
All right. Are you ready? I'm gonna spotlight you for everyone. So let me start with the first question. If elected, what would your primary goals be for the 2021-2022 school year?
Yeah. So a few long list of goals. I was trying to make a list to see what I wanted to accomplish, and there's quite a few things, but to kind of go over some ideas and things that I wanted to accomplish for this school year. The first one that I wanted to make sure happens is I wanted to enhance and kind of make simpler the process of going to mental health services on campus. I have heard from students and had experiences myself with the mental health services on campus and found it to be a little bit more complicated than what we would like to have as students, especially in our current environment when mental health services are so vital to pretty much everyone on our campus. So I wanted to kind of remedy that situation, see what we could improve and fix in that regard. In addition to that, I wanted to give funds to some of our main community builders on campus, clubs. I want to start clubs off with a little bit of a head start with some funds and some monetary benefits simply for being a club, so that they can have access to and kind of build their community even in this online world. Finally, and last but not least, I wanted to add on to and kind of ensure the completion of our LGBTQIA plus resolutions and ethnic studies resolutions that we've made over the last semester. So I want to ensure that those programs, we get an LGBTQIA plus program on campus, and that the ethnic studies resolution actually becomes a requirement within our general education requirements. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kennedy, for answering that first question. Is the second candidate Shatha Fadul? Are you back now? We lost you for a second there.
Yeah, I had internet disruptions, but I'm back.
Perfect. So you came back at the perfect time. So we're going to be asking you the first question right now. Your first question is, if elected, what would your primary goals be for the 2021-2022 school year?
Okay, hello everyone. I just want to start off by stating my name is Shatha Fadul, and I'm running for the executive position of Vice President of Student Senate. And if I was elected in the 2021-2022 school year, is that the year we're running for? Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure. I will always be sure to be on call to fill in the spot of the President of Student Senate and to remain actively involved in the committee. The duties that I shall adhere to will be those mandated to me by the President of Student Senate. I can guarantee that I will always remain connected with the entire committee and be of help whenever it is obligated of me to do so. The duties that I will perform include being chair of the Student Senate, Senate's research coordinating options, coordinating resolutions, and all that is asked of me. As a first-year student here at Fullerton College, I'm willing and ready to make connections, and this is a great start for me. My primary goal is just to devote myself to bettering the campus, and I'm ready to do that day by day. I gained a great amount of experience from becoming vice president of a, do I only answer the first question?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I'm good now.
Thank you so much for answering the question. Alrighty, so now we're moving on for the second question for the same position, VP of Student Senate. So Kennedy, if you're ready to take the second question now.
Yes.
Perfect.
Okay.
So your second question is, what knowledge or experiences do you feel make you qualified for the VP of Senate position?
Yeah, so a few things. Currently, I am an AS senator. I am also a Hornets tutor and president of a club on campus in addition to a vice president. I've served in these positions for approximately 4 semesters now, if not more, depending on the positions that I'm talking about. And over that time, I've learned how to run different things in regard to meetings and anything like that, but also how certain programs are operated and our campus environment and how our campus works. So as a senator, I've served on approximately 10 different faculty-led committees in addition to student-led committees that allow me to have a better understanding of our campus as a whole and our programs and what we can do and where different information lies, but also how to run meetings in an appropriate manner, how to form agendas, and how to make sure that I can get to the process of making resolutions right from the beginning without having to learn any of those new steps along the way. My biggest priority as a result of my time in all of these things is just to focus on student voices. I find that we want to hear from students, especially as a Hornets tutor, hearing from their issues and what they're struggling with and where we can improve is extremely vital. And I want to ensure that the information and messages and things that we try to accomplish are in the best interest and the best needs of our students at Fullerton College. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll pass it back over to Shatha.
Thank you so much, Kennedy. And if Shada, are you ready for the second question now?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Perfect. So let me just ask you the question one more time. What knowledge or experiences do you feel make you qualified for the VP of Senate position?
Okay, so throughout high school, I gained a great amount of experience from becoming vice president of a club called Hollow Hollow, and that club centers around heritage and culture, and every day we learn new cultures and stuff. And although this club was not one of my greatest responsibilities or greatest roles out there, it wasn't like I was president or something, but I did learn so much from this club, and I learned the responsibility of being a vice president, of putting myself out there, of coming when I'm needed, of making a stance, of showing up. And it taught me so much responsibility, not just in my school life, but in my home life as well. I was able to come home on time, and I was able to manage both. I was able to help people and own up to these duties, but then at the same time, see my own duties. And I think it gave me a sense of commitment, sense of belonging. And that's one of my greatest experiences as a whole. I feel like having commitment and having a drive to every day put out the work, and being ready to show up every single day, and being ready and motivated. And this position is a commitment, and I'm willing to dedicate my time and energy into making a change within Fullerton College. Thank you, and remember to vote for Shalza for Vice President of Student Senate.
Thank you so much, Shaza. Let me take off the spotlight. Alrighty, so those are, let me put the spotlight back here again. Sorry, this is all for the recording. Alrighty, so those are the two candidates for Vice President of Associated Student Senate, Kennedy DeVries and Shatha Fadul. Thank you so much, both of you. So those were all of our vice presidential debates that were uncontested and contested. Next, we'll be moving on to the president of AS and their debate. But before I explain the rules, can I just make sure that both of the candidates are here, Madison DeVries and Kenyatta?
Yep, I'm here.
Perfect. So we have both people present here today. We will be allotting more time to the presidential candidates. They will be getting 4 minutes each, so 2 minutes per question. And it's the same questions for them as well. So based on the order that I have here, we're gonna have Madison go first for the question. Before I actually do that, Madison, are you ready to take the question?
Yes.
Alrighty, so Madison will be speaking for 2 minutes on the first question. If elected, what would your primary goals be for the 2021-2022 school year?
Okay, let me start my timer. Okay, hello everyone. So first, I just want to thank all of you for attending today. I definitely appreciate seeing all of your faces. I have a couple of goals that I want to accomplish if president, but I'll try to keep them as concise as possible. The first and primary one is to ensure a safe and hopefully pleasant return to campus. I know we're moving into a hybrid format next semester, and that will inevitably come with new challenges. So I think it's critical that AS step up and take a leadership role in ensuring that the resources that students need are available for all of our student body. So the moment I'm elected, I want to have my first couple weeks of the fall semester to send out a survey asking students what they are concerned about. I will follow that up by regularly communicating with tutors, clubs, students, and faculty throughout the semester to see what their concerns are. I want to do that through Instagram, through a suggestion box, various ideas like that, and end the semester with a survey checking to see what students would like to see for the spring semester. So that's kind of my plan in terms of addressing the hybrid situation, but I really want to make sure that we are there for students and ensuring that they have all the resources that they need. My second biggest priority also has to do with a theme that we've seen kind of a lot today, which is mental health. I think it's really important that we make our mental health resources available for students. So this semester, I've had the honor of helping coordinate a mental health event with the health center. And through that experience, I got to talk with a lot of the people in that program. And I think we can do a lot of work to really expand our mental health resources for students, to help promote those resources and to ensure that they're available for all students. And then my final goal is to expand the LGBTQIA+ resources for our students at Fullerton College. I have been working with the LGBTQ advocacy group this semester to pass a resolution, as well as to hold the Queer Loving Life series. There's a lot of things that they're working on in that program, and I think it's critical that AS collaborate with them in getting those things passed. So I want to work on creating a queer resource center, creating a queer resource faculty member that is available for students. And I think it's really important that we take a leading role in that arena.
So those are my 3 goals. I'm out of time on my clock. So thank you.
Thank you, Madison. Alrighty, so Jaren, are you ready to take the same question?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Let me spotlight you and let me repeat the question one more time. So the question is, if elected, what would your primary goals be for the 2021-2022 school year?
Alrighty, so if I'm elected, one of my primary goals for the 2021 through 2022 school year would be to bring life back to campus. I believe that socializing is an important part of the college experience. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a huge impact on our student body. Both our student body and our faculty has taken a substantial hit to our mental health. The lack of social connections has led many to a state of loneliness. The consequences of this are increased stress, increased anxiety, and depression, negatively impacting both our student body's academic performance as well as their state of well-being. Restoring campus life will help combat these issues. I've already started to fulfill my goal by working behind the scenes with President Greg Scholes and Vice President of Student Services Gilbert Contreras to create an on-campus study space for students, which I am proud to say is now in service. I plan on continuing to work closely with the FC administration to ensure we're doing everything that we can to bring the student body back on campus in a safe and timely manner. I also plan on working closely with the other executives to create campus events and activities for both the FC students and the faculty. All in all, my main concern is the well-being of our student body and providing them with whatever they need to be successful, both inside and outside the classroom. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Jaren, for answering the question. So now we have the second question and we'll go back to Madison. Are you ready?
Yes.
Alrighty, let me ask the question one more time. So our second question is, what knowledge or experiences do you feel make you qualified for the president of AS Senate position?
Yeah, so there's a couple of qualifications that I think hopefully make me qualified for this position. I have been the VP of activities for the past year. During that time, I've been able to organize a lot of different events with a lot of different groups on campus. So I've worked with the mindfulness program, the health center, the Kenyatta Cultural Center, various professors, including Dr. Gonzalez, Professor Sanchez, Professor Balma, lots of different clubs on campus, right? And the reason that I'm stating this is because I feel like collaboration is a really important part of being president. And so I want to use my experience communicating with these different groups to help ensure that all of the agenda items we want to get passed are successful, right? So I'm going to use my experience from VP of activities to help further our goals in Senate. My second area that I feel like makes me qualified, I've been the president of the German Club and the president of the Speech and Debate Club. Those experiences have allowed me to really connect with students. When you're president of a club, you not only pick up leadership skills, but you also really get the chance to communicate on a deeper level with the students within your group. And so I think clubs are a great way to communicate with students, but I also think it's taught me a lot. And I also think it's a great resource for further reaching out to students as we move into next semester. I am also an embedded tutor, which has allowed me to help a lot of students this past semester, hopefully. I've been a German embedded tutor for the past year. Again, I feel like this is a good way for us to communicate with students, and I want to use the tutoring program to expand upon the communication between Senate and our student body. And then finally, I have been involved in all of the standing committees part of AS. So for those of you who do not know, standing committees are subcommittees within AS that handle all of the various business agenda items. I've been part of all of them during my time in Senate, and except for curriculum. I'm struggling with curriculum this semester. But during that time, I've really gotten to know what my fellow executives are doing, what their jobs entail. And I think that's really important as a leader to know what everyone else is working on. And so I plan to use that knowledge as hopefully your president. Thank you.
Thank you, Madison. So now we will move on to Jaren with the same question. Jaren, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Perfect. Let me repeat the question one more time. What knowledge or experiences do you feel make you qualified for the AS President of Senate position?
Okay, so although this has been my first semester with Associated Students, I'm no stranger to leadership. I've served as the president of my community's chapter of Jack and Jill of America, which is a nationwide organization dedicated to nurturing African American leaders by strengthening children through leadership development, volunteering, philanthropy, and civic duty. Additionally, after high school, I attended the United States Military Academy at West Point, which is regarded as the preeminent leadership development institution in the nation. My year there taught me a lot of leadership skills that I carry with me to this day. My diverse background and experiences also make me a qualified candidate because it has provided me with a plethora of perspectives that would help me be a great representative of our diverse student body. These experiences include my role here as a student athlete at Fullerton College, my military experience, the obstacles that I face as an African American, my familial ties to the LGBTQ community, as well as my experience mentoring disadvantaged Latino children in Orange County. Together, these experiences have molded me into a more empathetic and confident leader, and thus a great representative and president for the diverse Fullerton College student body. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Rayaan. So those are our two candidates for the president of Associated Student, that position for next year. So we are now done with the vice president positions as well as the president position. Next up, we're going to be moving on to the student trustee debate. And for that, we have two candidates, and the timing is going to be very similar. But before I explain that, let me make sure that they're here. So Aaron LaCourte, are you here?
Yes.
Perfect. And Dana Rose Crystal, are you here? And I see nothing in the chat as well. So we have Aaron LaCourte here. So for the student trustee, we will be giving same time as president, 4 minutes. So 2 minutes per question to you, Aaron, and we will get started. So let me move the spotlight. Aaron, are you ready to take the first question?
Yes.
Perfect. Let me say the first question for you. If elected, what would your primary goals be for the 2021-2022 school year?
Good afternoon. My name is Aaron LaCourte. So thank you for being here and sticking around to hear me talk. I'm currently an AS student senator. I'm a non-traditional student who worked as a claims adjuster and decided to change careers to pursue my dream of becoming a doctor. I'm a licensed DMT. I'm currently taking prerequisite courses at Cypress and Fullerton College. I have a bachelor's in kinesiology with an emphasis in sports psychology and performance enhancement and kinesiology from Cal State Fullerton. I just wanted to let you know this because it gives you a little bit of background as to who I am. I joined AS because I wanted to make a difference and advocate for students. I'm very involved and active in student government. And if elected, my purpose is to ensure change happens by being the voice for students. My objective is to continue work that I'm currently doing in the different committees that I'm involved in, such as activities, communications as a secretary, research, planning and resolutions, curriculum and education, the Pathway Steering Committee, student services, Safe Return to Campus Planning Work Group, the Students of Distinction Committee, Judicial, Finance, and the LGBTQIA plus Safe Zone Planning. So you can see I'm pretty involved, and I also want to continue that work, but most especially the complete the creation of the LGBTQIA plus Safe Zone Ally curriculum for students and faculty. The LGBTQIA Safe Zone Ally curriculum design is district-wide collaboration with Cypress College and NOCE, which is North Orange County Continuing Education. The creation of this safe zone basically means a lot for me because it has a positive experience for the LGBT community, and being that they are marginalized, they tend to suffer in silence. So I'm here to show that I'm here for you and all the students at Fullerton College as your next student trustee.
Thank you so much, Aaron. And I'll be giving you the second question right away as well. What knowledge or experiences do you feel make you qualified for the student trustee position?
I believe that my current participation in associate students as a senator and clubs showcase my all-around interest. Just a tagline, check out my YouTube video and you'll see all the different activities and clubs that I participate in. And this, I think, shows you the reason why I should be your next student trustee. Also, my past experience as a multi-sport student athlete from a different community college has shaped me as a leader and a team player, and my experience as a claims adjuster has helped me in my negotiation skills, conflict resolution, and interpersonal communication. I'm passionate and I'm dedicated to improving students' collegiate experience. I'm also committed to being an advocate for students' voices to be heard. I want to assist in bridging the gap of inequity. I feel that my willingness to learn, my desire to make connections, and communication skills, and my dedication to helping other students make me qualified for the position of student trustee. Last but not least, I just want to highlight this as well. I think that getting involved in AS is a way for students to basically help represent their school, like our school, Fullerton. It showcases your leadership, allows you to understand team dynamics, and improve your interpersonal communication skills. It also allows you to advocate for students who have ideas or concerns on how to make Fullerton College better. So I would like to say good luck to all the folks who are running, and I thank you for your time. And don't forget to vote.
Thank you so much, Aaron. And if the second candidate for the student trustee position is not here, I would like to move on. So last chance, if you're here, please put it in the chat or speak up. Alrighty, so I will be now moving on. So thank you to all of our candidates. A brief reminder that the AS elections open on April 21st, which is this Wednesday, and they will close on April 23rd, which is this Friday. So the election ballot, it will pop up on your Canvas homepage at the very top where there are usually announcements. You can click on that and then vote for your candidates. Again, if you need any more information about the candidates that you saw today, or anybody who was missing, you can always go to the AS website on the tab for spring elections, and you can read their bios from there. There are videos, there are flyers, so you can find out more about them as well as the people running for senators. So that being said, thank you so much everybody for attending, and I will stop recording at this